Hello, this is John. Please forgive me for my video. This is the first time I'm actually trying to do a little bit in-depth video. I'm just going to show you what I found on different pedals I've used and tried. I'll start with the cheaper, I say it's Xpedo pedal. It's not a bad pedal for the price for just everyday riding. The only problem I don't really like is it's not really a good bite into the pedal. It's a fairly light pedal. Hopefully you can read that. 136 grams and $271 for the pair. So it's a light pedal for the money. And to give you a little bit of dimensions, of working usable top space, 95.88. I'll go from here to here to say about the same, 95.47. Which is about, seems to be standard for the pedals I've been finding and using. The thickness, let's find a good way to measure it. Actually go from here to here for height. If I can get on it. About 22 millimeters. Which isn't too bad for a fairly cheap pedal if you just want to get around. It's light. Fairly comfortable, non-concave. This is a brand I picked up. I don't know how you even say it. IAP, which do have the thread in. Allen bolts, which you have good bite, sturdy pedal. Also weighs in around 132 grams a piece. And $265 for the pair. And we'll do a quick measurement on usable space. We'll go from here to there. 90.76. We'll just go from here to here. 95.2. I didn't really use these pedals for very long. I kind of like a wide foot, and when I pedal it, it's off to the right a little bit. Then I moved up to these ME03Ts, which were my favorite pedals for a long time. I had a lot of use on them. You can see the wears on this one I had, and just to give you the weights. 110. A total comes to 218. I think they actually say on the box. Wait, 218 for the T's and 260 for the non-titanium version. I used it for a long time, and then we'll go for a usable width. $96.55. Here you go to roughly 102. The problem for me is it ended here, and that's where I seem to really have my traction when I have my foot on the pedal. They're non-concave, but they're very thin, which is nice. Mine says 10.93 for thickness. And I think I also tell you how thick they are on here. 11 millimeters. So we're matching up everything they say. Very light, non-concave. I just wish they came out a little bit farther. A lot of use on this pedal. This is the same one. I've used. And 110, 220. All in the same ballpark. Great pedals. If you one thing is they're magnesium, so if you ride at night or anything, you happen to do a rock strike, you can actually see some sparks fly from the pedals. Then one of my favorite pedals when I first got them was the Chromag Scaab pedal. Very great pedal. The concave is nice. You can see it. You can actually feel it when you're doing a lot of riding. Make sure it's zeroed. It's just a little thicker pedal at 16.3. And we'll go into the weights. 217 a piece. For a total of 434. That's the only drawback about these pedals. They weigh a little bit more and they're thicker. But very comfortable pedals. They're fairly wide. .5. I'll go to usable. Start around there. It's 100.6. Then we'll do an overlay. If one of these pedals here, go to where the metal threads or the Allen bolts come out for the spikes. And you can see it's fairly close. It has a little bit more room for there where I normally keep my pedal. My foot. Pretty close dimensions, but now you can see the real difference in the thickness and weights. And again, I wear 5'10" shoes, and I normally ride at the corner here. And I actually wore through, as you can see, right there. And that's because I always wore these pedals. Used the pedals and wore these shoes, and I always had the overhang right here cutting into it. About like that. So it wore a hole in these, about a year of riding. These are great pedals if you have, in my opinion, easy climb, or climbing. They're light, fast, nice, easy trails in a smaller or narrower foot. And then I moved up to the CrankBrothers Stamp 11 pedals here, which seems to be my go-to pedal now. They're much more wider, and I can actually get my whole foot on there comfortably. And once you get your foot down, it's hard to get them replaced. Very sticky, and they're concave. The concave really makes a difference when you're doing a lot of pedaling and riding over time. Your foot doesn't get as sore as fatigue. We'll do a quick. You can see I had a couple rock instances of that pedal, but we'll do a quick weight. 163 a piece for a total of 327, and they claim 325. So I got some grease and stuff on there, not really cleaned up. So we're in the ballpark. But the big thing is how nice and big they are. It is a CrankBrothers Stamp 11 large pedal. We'll go from here to here. 111.39. Then just about all that is usable. That's 110. It's a noticeably different, wider pedal. Feels great at my foot. Concave. And also very thin. $11mm, same as my HT pedals, which were always my favorite because they were so light, and very thin, because I used to get pedal strikes using the Chromag pedals, but they were comfortable since they were concave. But I've actually made a switch to 2 bikes with using these pedals. I don't get foot fatigue on long rides, long climbs. I'm riding downhill. My foot never comes off of them. They stay planted, and don't wear my shoes out quite as fast. The HT are excellent pedals if you don't have quite as a big foot or as wide foot, or stand a little bit sideways like I said in the beginning, or my foot's kind of like this, heading off the edge of them for me to be comfortable and ride. That's about all I have to say. You saw the weights. You can definitely see how they're concaved if I get the angle right. And that one's non-concave. Some extremely good pedals, and also good pedals at the cheaper end. I think I paid like $30 for these. They come in different colors. These are changeable, but I don't know how you're going to change them out because it'll be hard to get once they broke off. You just don't have a whole lot of traction, but if you're just doing some casual riding and riding sneakers, that would be great. These seem to be good pedals, but very, very sticky. But since I have a wider foot, again, it didn't suit me. It hurt my foot over long climbs. That's about the sum up I have to say on that. I hope you enjoyed it, or at least gave you a little bit of information on the car. And if you have any questions, just say so in comments. But for right now, the CrankBrothers Stamp 11 is my pedal to go to. Then, if I'm just doing something easy and want to be kind of fast and quick, I'll swap off to the HT pedals. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed it.